Not really seeing him do the same. Injury-prone Joel Embiid brutally defamed as $106 million ex-NBA star calls out his work ethic. Philadelphia 76ers superstar Joel Embiid is no stranger to criticism, but the latest verbal shot fired his way has left NBA fans stunned. A former NBA All-Star, one who made over $106 million in his career, has called out Embiid's work ethic, suggesting that the reigning MVP isn't showing the same level of dedication as his peers. The blunt comments have set off a heated debate across the basketball world about whether Embiid's ongoing injuries are truly just bad luck, or the result of effort and preparation behind the scenes. The drama began when retired NBA veteran DeMarcus Cousins, during a recent appearance on the Gil's Arena podcast, took aim at Embiid's approach to the game. Cousins, known for his outspoken nature, didn't mince words when discussing the Sixers' big man. "I see all the talent in the world," Cousins said. "But when I look at the greats, Jokic, Giannis, even AD when he's locked in, I see them pushing themselves every single night. With Embiid, I'm not really seeing him do the same." That single line, "not really seeing him do the same," has since exploded across social media, sparking countless debates among fans, players, and analysts. To many, Cousins' comments felt like a brutal public attack on Embiid's mentality and commitment, especially given the center's long history of battling injuries and sitting out key games. Cousins continued, explaining that while Embiid's talent is undeniable, his reliability is a different story. "You can't be the face of the league if people are always wondering if you're gonna play," he said. "He's got all the skills, but you can't teach consistency, and that comes from work." The remarks quickly went viral, with fans split down the middle. Some agreed with Cousins, pointing out that Embiid has yet to play a full NBA season since entering the league in 2014. Others defended the 7-foot superstar, noting that his injuries, which include foot fractures, knee sprains, and back issues, are the kind of setbacks no amount of gym work can truly prevent. Still, the underlying implication from Cousins was clear, that Embiid's conditioning and preparation might not be at the level expected from a reigning MVP. "It's not just about talent," Cousins added. "It's about how much time you put into your craft when the cameras aren't rolling. I see guys like Jokic, man, he's obsessed with getting better. Giannis too. They live in the gym. I don't really see Embiid doing that." For many fans, the comparison to Nikola Jokic and Giannis Antetokounmpo hit especially hard. Those two stars are widely praised for their discipline and durability. Jokic famously shows up every night, while Giannis plays through pain and rarely takes rest days. In contrast, Embiid has missed significant chunks of nearly every season, including crucial playoff games that have derailed Philadelphia's title hopes. The timing of Cousins' criticism couldn't have been worse for Embiid, who is once again dealing with lingering knee soreness early in the season. After missing multiple preseason games and appearing limited in early outings, questions about his conditioning and recovery routines have once again resurfaced. The Sixers, meanwhile, are under new leadership with head coach Nick Nurse, who has promised to monitor Embiid's minutes carefully. But even with the load management, the pressure on Embiid to stay healthy and dominant has never been greater. Social media reactions to Cousins' comments poured in within hours. One fan wrote on X, "Boogie has a point, Jokic keeps getting better while Embiid keeps getting hurt." Another countered, "Easy to talk when you're retired. Embiid plays through pain every season and still puts up MVP numbers." The debate has dominated sports talk shows, with analysts divided over whether Cousins' remarks were fair criticism or an unnecessary personal jab. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith addressed the situation on First Take, saying, "DeMarcus Cousins isn't lying about Embiid's durability, but questioning his work ethic? That's a stretch. The man has carried Philly on one leg for years." In contrast, former NBA player Matt Barnes defended Cousins, claiming, "Boogie's not disrespecting Embiid, he's challenging him. He's saying, 'You're great, but you could be even greater if you dedicated yourself like the other elite guys.'" The criticism hits a sensitive spot because it echoes a recurring theme in Embiid's career, questions about his ability to lead a team through a full season without breaking down physically. Despite his MVP trophy, scoring titles, and dominant stats, injuries have prevented Embiid from advancing past the second round of the playoffs. Each year, the same story repeats, a dominant regular season, followed by a postseason heartbreak linked to his health. Behind the scenes, reports have suggested that the Sixers have placed heavy emphasis on Embiid's conditioning regimen this year. Trainers have reportedly adjusted his workout routines to focus on joint stability and long-term durability. However, skeptics argue that even with improved training, Embiid's body type and physical playstyle make him inherently prone to injury. Cousins, who faced his own injury-riddled career, knows that reality all too well, which makes his criticism all the more cutting. In many ways, Cousins' comments may be less about tearing Embiid down and more about frustration from someone who sees wasted potential. The former Kings and Pelicans star was once on a Hall of Fame trajectory himself before devastating Achilles and ACL injuries derailed his career. To hear him call out another supremely talented big man could be interpreted as a warning, a cautionary tale from someone who's lived through the consequences of pushing too hard, too late. However, the tone of Cousins' remarks came off as harsh and personal, leading many to label it defamation of Embiid's character. Embiid's work ethic has rarely been questioned by coaches or teammates. In fact, many have praised his commitment. Head coach Nick Nurse defended him earlier this week, saying, "Joel's one of the hardest workers I've been around. He's constantly studying the game and improving his craft." Meanwhile, Embiid himself has yet to respond publicly to the comments, choosing instead to focus on the Sixers' upcoming games. Sources close to the team say he's aware of Cousins' remarks but isn't giving them attention. "He's used to this," one insider told The Athletic. "Every year, someone questions his heart or work ethic, and every year he responds by dominating the league." Fans, however, are eager to see that dominance translate into postseason success, something Embiid has yet to achieve. The MVP trophy was a personal milestone, but without a deep playoff run, his legacy will continue to be questioned. Whether or not Cousins' critique was fair, it has reignited the conversation about what truly separates the great from the legendary. For all of Embiid's skill, charisma, and statistical dominance, the NBA world wants to see one thing above all: consistency. To him,